Hi there, welcome to this episode of Sailing Frida Visby, the third episode where we continue to explore the beautiful island of Madeira. We will go on a city walk with the taste of Madeiran food and wine, and we will also make a bus trip with a Levada walk. But then the big question is, will we leave and sail towards the Azores? Find out, watch the whole episode. This is Sailing Frida Visby, cruising the Northeast Atlantic Islands. We are now arrived in Funchal, Madeira. We have quit our working life to see the world from our sailboat, and we want to bring you with us.
My name is Anders.
I am Gita, and this is Litsa, the truly free spirit on board. Today we start with a guided city walk with Madeiran food and wine.
Madeira, as I told you, is well spotted in the Atlantic. And when it starts, between the 5th and the 8th day, they add 99% volumes alcohol with 99% volumes in order to stop the fermentation. And then it just grabs all the characteristics from the oak and from that year. In Madeira, we don't have bad wine years, okay? The Social, the dry, and the medium. You're drinking, okay? That's wise. So local beer. The meat, it's the pork meat, fried with a lot of garlic. It smells good. The traditional bread. I invite you to start. Pick a slice of bread, put a slice of meat on the top, and eat it together. The mixture of textures and flavor is just amazing. Square, and all the buildings, as you can see, they have almost the same architecture. It's from the latest 16th century. And on the floor, you have the sidewalk, Portuguese sidewalk, and the patrons, they change. This is kind of a cultural thing. At the time, we didn't have street names as we have it today. So a way of knowing the street, it was through the patrons. Oh, I live in the Double Cross Street. Oh, I live in the Moon Street.
And the high heel.
Pitanga. Yes, and you feel it's not too sweet, and it's just amazing.
Back again at our...
Back again, yes. At the best restaurant we've had.
Yeah, really nice.
It's white wine, table white wine produced in Madeira, with 2 crostinis, one with scabblefish and passion fruit, and the other one with local cottage cheese, avocado, walnut, and sugarcane honey or syrup on top. By the sea wine, because it's fresh, more intense, and the other one it's more fresh, more light. So enjoy it. Stones here are amazing.
Yellow square.
This is where we will taste the bullshit, but let's go on the back. Sailors, pirates. So this reminds us something with ships. It's our house. Here in Madeira, we also sanitize inside with bullshit. That's why the COVID doesn't want anything with us. It's the natural vaccine against everything. And it's very strong. I normally say, if you drink one, you will just be happy and sing happily. With 2, you will speak Portuguese fluently. Believe me, you will grab your neighbor and say, rah, 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 rah. With 3, knockdown. Forget about it. Do you want me to take a picture of you all together? Not yet.
Where is it? All the
This
paint
was the dangerous area. Drinks and alcohol. Right now, not the fancy sailors, okay? There's a small beach.
And we go into the sailors' quarters. Painted by students. Yeah, they're really ugly, but really tasty. Tuna, a big piece here. but we have planned for one more
You can see in
activity
the bottom.
today.
The passion fruit is in the bottom. So when you serve it, you have to do it like this.
We are going for a sledge ride without snow.
Åka som här utan skidor, det är ju jättesvårt.
This is probably one of the most touristy things you can do on Madeira. But come along, let's go.
De har någon typ av bussbromsar. Smörjer den lite.
Yeah, somehow. It's fun. Yes, at this point I felt like a kid again. I used to do it on snow though when I was a kid. You should try this. It's not cheap, but it's really an experience. No seatbelts. And this is train station. Jag tyckte det var jättekul. Bananas. Madeira bananas. And the rest of the way down to the city is a walk. This was one of the few places you could sit down. The walk down was really hard on Anna's knees, so maybe we should have taken a taxi. A couple of days later we took a bus trip with a short Levada walk, because we really didn't want to miss that despite Anna's knees. Now we are on our way for a little bus excursion and a short Levada walk.
My name is Fernando. I'm your tour guide for today.
Now we are in the little village of Machico, looking at the church. What's special with this little town is that this is where the Portuguese first set their foot when they discovered the island of Madeira. And this stony beach is natural, and over there is a sandy beach with sand imported from Morocco. So here it is, one of the two artificial beaches that are here in Madeira. The other one is in Calheta.
A few hundred fish there.
Ponte de São Lourenço. So now we are at the east of Madeira, very close to the Quinta del Oro Marina, and you have the deserted islands with a good view from here. You can see the color scale is quite different from the rest of Madeira. Here is more red and brown and yellowish. beautiful here.
It is. Nice view.
Yeah.
Saltpot to 12, that's around 20 minutes.
That's Eagle Rock out there in the distance. You can see the island of Porto Santo. Do you see the motorbike to the right? It's color match with the house. This is one of the traditional houses here in Santana. This was how poor people lived. I think those houses are really cute and I love the color scheme. And look at the view they have. Not bad for a poor house. Now it's time for our Levada walk, and this is the Levada we are going to do. It starts with a bit of a climb, but a nice view over the valley. With quite a climb up the stairs. This should be one of the flat ones. Whew.
Pretty steep here.
Yeah. So, this is the Levada. We are walking along. There's a little bit of water in it, but not a lot. And we are going towards a viewpoint that's called the balconies. It was a bit hard to go up the stairs up to the Levada, but once we're here, this is quite a pleasant walk. The view is absolutely fantastic in between the trees, but it's quite steep down on this side. Here it is steep. But wow. Hello, buddy. There it is. Oh, wow. And Elitza has a friend here. Oh, Anders.
It's nice.
This view.
We're pretty high up.
Yeah.
And you can get further.
You can get a little bit further, but not so much. And there you can see the valley and the little town.
Perfect weather for this.
Yes.
It's so clear.
Just look at the view behind me. It's, yeah, just fantastic. You can see all the way to the sea. You see what I mean? It is steep down. Little cafe. Cute place. With a really beautiful view.
I thought you were from England.
No.
Swedish, yeah.
And you?
I'm Indian, but we live in London.
Okay.
Look at this amazing place. And the green It's growing everywhere, every little crack, and there is something green growing. It's just fantastic.
The waterfall.
We did it!
Really,
Yeah, you really got the pulse up in the beginning. But that was fun, it was beautiful. Even though this is one of the shortest and smallest and easiest lavadas that are, but it's nice to have done it. Beautiful knitted things on Madeira, so if you want something knitted, you should look at it.
From this high mountain of 1800 meters.
It's breeze up, not breeze. And the view here is magnificent too. The bus tour took us back to the rum factory, but we don't go in there, we have already been there. I just bought some chocolate with rum, which was very nice. But I wanted to show you the cliff. It's called the Eagle Cliff, and it's also 580 meters, just as the one with the glass floor, the other side of Funchal. A beautiful flower. That's the thing about Madeira, it's flowers everywhere. Vistas. Let's see. Porto Santo. That was the last stop of the bus tour, and we are now driving back to Funchal. When we got back to the marina, we stumbled into a classic car show. We just come back from our full day tour, East Madeira, and just in time for the show of the classic cars. Really pretty.
BMWs, Mercedes, Volkswagen.
Oh, look at this. Look at this one.
Driving wheel on the right side, so
Yes. Oh, they could really make pretty cars in the old days.
Yeah.
Just going to pass a few more minis. And then, look at this. Wow.
Pretty low.
It is pretty low. Not a car for you. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the price tag.
No. Here we have a classical engine.
That's a real classic, yeah. This is what they look like. This kind of car I recognize because this was the kind of cars that we had when I was a kid. This was my dad's favorite car. Oh, an old fire truck.
Fire truck. Jaguar. One Hudson Super 6.
It's been another long day with a lot of things that we have seen. So now it's going to be nice to relax a little bit in the cockpit and say hi to Lisa. It's a bit windy, but it's warm. I can see that Frida Visby is not properly equipped. Grill time for the first time since we are in the water. Time for our first grill when we are not on land, so we are in the water. And just look at the view. How can it taste anything but good if it's cooked in this environment?
Hello.
Hello!
So you talking with your friends? What's up? Hello. Hello. What's up today? Tomorrow is not Friday. Tomorrow is Thursday. So you have a lot of time. Good.
A whole day extra!
I had to move to another one. The food was there. Yes. Now I have. Jollen kommer att bli alldeles stressig under. Det gör inget.
This is today's dinner. I think I got the thumbs up. And I give the view a thumbs up. I was lucky to see how the flower cups are made. They are changing the flower patterns. Making a new flower carpet. And they are so pretty. Exact right flower on the right spot. To do this job. Look how pretty it is. As you know, it's a flower festival on Madeira, the flower of the Atlantic. The flowers is grown on the island and donated for this purpose. And now they do those beautiful patterns. That was fun that I got that. But they are changing the flowers of the flower carpet because this is the last day, and I actually just decided that I think we need a little bit more yogurt for the passage. So I'm on my way up to the store, and we are just a couple of hours from leaving. And I have not seen when. I've seen that they have changed the patterns of the flower carpet, but I have not seen them doing it. So I'm glad I just managed to catch it. We are leaving Madeira and set course towards the Azores. And we are backing out of lovely marina here in Funchal. It's a cute little marina, a little bit smelly. And we say bye to Sigrid. They have been our neighbor for a day. And bye bye Madeira. Captain has not got his life jacket on yet, and neither have I, so I will go down and catch them now. But it's really, really calm. It's not a wind blowing, so it's not the biggest disaster. But we have our rules, and we try to stick to them. Has Tintamara departed? There is Tintamara. A good thing with Madeira is that it gets deep almost immediately. So there's no fishing nets. They're fishing with long lines after the boats. So now we have 4 days of very light wind. Probably will run on the engine at least half of the time. But if we're lucky, there will come a low pressure system behind us. So what we hope for is that it will push us all the way to the Azores. But it was delayed. The forecast was changed. So when we did the planning, this was the absolute perfect departure time. But now it looks like
It's coming later than we
it's coming later. So we are early, so to speak. But we thought that waiting another day to see if it comes.
If it moves in one direction, it can move in the other.
Yes, and
You never know.
and also it may delay one more day or not appear at all. So it's quite uncertain. So we felt that we were finished here. We've been here for 15 days and 5 days at Porto Santo. So we thought it was time for us to leave. We want to and have time to see the Azores before we need to go to the mainland, before we go back to Sweden. This is a trip where we should keep a good watch out, especially forward, because here along the Madeiran coast there are quite a lot of whales, so you have a very good chance of seeing whales, and there is more than 10 different species of whales, and also kind of orcas and sea turtles. So there is quite a lot of marine life that you can observe. Let's decided to join us and have a look at the scenery. That means very flat sea. We decided to change side because we have a better view of the scenery here, and also its shadow. Even sailing with the hatches open, get a bit more of fresh air into the sloop. You may see it, yeah, laying here in the shadow. Settling in a little bit. I have brought up some water and our passage treat this time, homemade pickles. In the next episode you will see some true blue water sailing. Thank you for watching. The adventures continue. Remember, thumbs up always make us happy. Subscribe if you don't already do it, and please leave a comment down below.